and it's $393.
All right, looking good. Break that down. Yeah. 18 on the front. 18. Huh? I know. The front and back. Oh, okay. 165? 393. 393? Okay. Yeah, okay. Now, these are Rolex Seaman empties. They're coming back. They'll take them over to the Cloverdale and load them up on them tonight or tomorrow. And they'll get back out and go to different places next week. Hey, does he have a mid-trade?
He shouldn't.
He shouldn't?
He shouldn't.
Okay.
393 shouldn't.
Okay. But 392 does sometimes.
Sometimes,
Yeah.
But 393 shouldn't.
Okay.
Where I grew up,
Huh?
I grew up outside of Canton, Ohio. In Canton, Ohio, yeah.
At the County Youngstown, AC Wild.
Yeah, that's a northern area.
Yeah.
But down in the southern part, yeah, Timken.
Roller Burner? Yeah, that's what they came
Yeah,
from.
their research division and headquarters is right there.
The Timken Roller Burner is the only thing
And they have their own steel plant there.
Okay.
Ohio. And Republic Steel.
Uh-huh.
And that plant was like 15 minutes drive from where I grew up.
Okay.
And a lot of times we were going over, they had these bridges that went over where most of the railroad tracks went. I happened to be right on that end of the plant where the early blast furnaces were, where they converted completely over to electric furnaces. And at nighttime, them things, one of them would open up and blast.
Okay.
It was impressive.
Now, what railroad supplied the coal?
Fumes belching out.
What railroad supplied the coal? Do you know? For those blast furnaces.
I'm not sure. I mean, but the cool thing was the bridge went over was still a single lane and it was wooden. And the trains coming under it, you could feel the heat and the exhaust coming off the train. And my dad was telling the story about when he was a kid, he lived like 6 blocks away. He would ride his bicycle, him and his buddies, they'd hang out on the bridge, and that was still when the steam trains were coming, and the exhaust would come up. They'd be black as could be when they would go under there to get all black. And the grandma would give him hell because he was all dirty. The coal trains would get him and say, you know, he'd get in trouble for that. Yeah. I never got to see the coal trains go.
Now, hold on for a second. You just said it about the steel. That's coil steel inside. Those might be empty. But those are coil steel cars.
Okay.
And then going back to Apple to get reloaded. Those are empty grain cars going back to get reloaded.
We'd have a lot of the iron ore cars.
Yeah.
And all the tracks, where I grew up, all the tracks, you go on the tracks and you find little iron pellets like that. Me and my buddies, we picked up iron pellets and put them in our back pockets. That was ammo for slingshots.
Oh, man.
Yeah, them iron pellets were wicked. Put some beer bottle or some, soda bottles, beer bottles, and the cans up. That thing would smash right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That was our end. We'd go out on railroad tracks to go get some bunch of more iron pellets and fill pockets up.
Did you ever go hunt?
Oh, yeah. I grew up in a
With the slingshot and all that? Oh, okay. Yeah, Roanoke, over the years, is less now that they shut the shops down and they converted the hump yard here at Schaefer's flat switches. At one time, between Schaefer's and South Yard, on a 24-hour day, we were doing 100 trains a day. We were making them up, breaking them up. And assembling them. Trains were leaving from 5th Street, South Yard, going westbound from Veterans Hospital. It was constantly building the locals, building the manifest rates, and even had in the later years Brunfield. That's when we first started seeing conglomeration. UP, BASF, we even had Paramex, Mexico diesel come through. And the reason we had those is because Kansas City Southern had bought into the Mexican Railroad, and so they were interlining in Dallas. And we had trains coming from Dallas, going all the way to Allentown, Altoona, Pennsylvania, and they were mostly intermodal trains. And when the trains got to Dallas, they wouldn't cut the power off. They would leave it on, and we had trains here and sometimes more Mexican diesel on the front. All Mexican diesel. And I asked one of the guys one day, because he had a chance to operate, I said, were the directions in English or Spanish? He said both. So you actually had Spanish instructions as well as you do the English instructions. But they were General Electric engines. Yeah. And they ran through. And they would run back through, back to either to Memphis and go down KCS to back to Mexico, or they come through and go through Birmingham, Shreveport, New Orleans, and up to Houston and over to Mexico.
My hometown, Louisville.
You got something on the side over there. 1, 2, 3.
And that's 234.
234? Okay. 5 on the point. That means he ain't got no mid train. Now, you put them in Virginia Beach, that train is going to where you're from.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, that's 234.
Oh yeah, I see the shipping containers. Yeah, we got
that's
the
going
Norfolk shipyard, this huge parking lot, and nothing but this thing.
Yeah, you'll have, that's the Norfolk section on the front.
All right, folks, you're seeing 393 in the foreground and 234 in the background.
Plus EMP that go to Pop Rock. Let's stop at Pop Rock first, set them off, then continue on to NIT. Yeah. Now this train is 393. Just set off the head in and reblock it. But these cars are going to continue on to Danville, Kentucky, and half of them will be set off to Danville, the Toyota plant, and then the rest of them will continue on to Detroit and get the Fords, Chevys, and Chrysler. Then they'll come back to Danville, reassemble it, and take it back down to Mississippi. Which one?
These,
Yeah.
he stops here now, picks them up.
Yeah.
He'll pick some of that crew,
Yeah.
and then he'll pick the rest up here.
Yeah.
We had grain trucks coming out of that steel plant.
Yeah.
I'm on Rainbow. And the main north, south road in Louisville, the main east-west road in Louisville. Kept both them off. These songs come up through there. And they come out here and they stop. And they switch tracks over and go in and get on the different track. So like 8 tracks wide.
And if you're going in and taking
But when
different
we go
in,
through
bring those
Louisville, it was
out.
5 tracks like
Yeah.
in Louisville, and if you stop, and then they back up so go the other way, you'd be sitting there going, then there's no sense in trying to go around because you can't go east or west.
That's right.
You go north and south.
Yeah.
You're just on that side of the track till they're done.
Yeah, you gotta sit there.
Yeah.
Well, that's the same thing about here. This train is blocking downtown. It's got to do the middle of the city. And he should be going a little bit faster, but it's going to take him 20 minutes to clear the track in the city. Yeah. As much train as he has.
They're cutting out now from all this traffic now. I think they have.
Hey guys, thank you,
I
Andy.
think they're down to one set of tracks now.
Any questions, guys? Hello, young lady. Are you your wife and mom? Okay.
Well, she's not my mom.
No, his mom.
Yeah.
Oh, I said your wife.
Yeah, she's my wife.
Yeah, I want some.
Save the time to keep the
Now, how does it feel being a real fan with these real fans? Okay, but I see everybody got cameras.
Yeah, but
And she was listening to me and taking pictures.
yeah, he found us put it in our own way.
Okay. Now,
We like what the historical part. Yeah, well, I can tell you everything.
oh, right there. 1218. Now, there's also, have you been inside the vacation property yet? There's a derivative of the ball in there. So you get that and you put in the picture and you can caption it by saying Rosie was the forerunner to the women that built, or yes, that built 1218. And when we tell the school kids all of that, they get out of here. They say, a woman, yes sir, a woman put on the combat boots, the hard hats, the gloves, and they got dirty. It was later on years later that when we went back to being nurses, secretaries, school teachers, and even doctors. From 1941 through 1950, the majority of the industry that was done was done with environmental.
Yeah, my grandma always told us that during the war she worked at a factory in Ohio and they made parts for the airplane.
Women did it. Women revitalized America during World War II, the Korean conflict, both on the European side and the Pacific side. They gave up being housewives and came out and closed the country. They made the Walmart with the sidewalks. They built the bridge girders. They paved the highways. They built locomotives. They built airplanes and airplane parts. They did all of that. So, activated to the woman of America.
I was in a high school, I had a job for a welder, and something that I was looking for. Building the old bathtub, robot,
Yeah.
steel manufacturing.
All right, folks, here's the end of NS 393. You're still seeing NS 234.
Uh-huh.
And they number bathrooms.
Okay.
And all the bathrooms in that plant, they weren't even very
Most of the women. Yeah, the only thing about railroading that women didn't participate in the beginning was the fact that the work on the railroad was done 100% by men. There's no women production, no women bracelet, no women there's no message, no one to find out. There might have been women and electricity. But
Here's the end of two. No, wait a minute. Never mind.
100% until the late 1960s, early 1970s, particularly during 68 and 69, we had
There's the end of 234.